It didn't really hit me that Naruto had ended until I saw that cover page. A little fox there with the Uzumaki symbol. Naruto eating meat, Luffy eating ramen. Everything, including the One Piece logo, is Naruto related. And if you look at the background, there's been a secret message that was kind of like decoded by fans that says like, thank you Naruto. Like those words that are plastered in the background say, like, thank you Naruto for your hard work or something like that. Somebody sent me a PM that if you take the first syllables of the characters' names, which is Nami, Luffy, and Chopper, you would get like the Naruto name spelled out. So you have Nami, so N-A, and then Luffy, sometimes it's spelled L-U, but sometimes the L-U in Japanese or the L makes the R sound, so it's like Ruffy. And then Tony Chopper, so the T-O, Naruto. This chapter served to make Vergo a pretty hated character amongst One Piece fans. And not only that, but it increases the amount of satisfaction that you get when you see Law cut him in half. We open up at Swallow Island, which is actually shaped, like there's a rock there that is just the shape of a bird, a swallow. And Suru's kind of complaining because it's like, yo, what the hell, Sengoku? We came all the way over here and there's nobody. Then we see Diaz Barrels. There's a lot of theories saying that he's Drake's dad, ex-Drake's dad. And now it just makes perfect sense because it looks like he's about to die. So I think that by the end of this flashback, little ex-Drake is not going to have anybody, no family or anything. I think they're going to be like pretty much killed. And so that's when he's going to decide to join the Marines. Corazon and Law, and Corazon makes Law swallow the Opi Opi no Mi whole. Two things from that. First of all, after he eats it, his white spots don't go away. So I think he's going to have to perform some type of surgical procedure on himself in order to cure himself. And second of all, okay, neither Law nor Corazon have eternal life. It's interesting that granting somebody else eternal life at the expense of your own life is still something that we can see in the present time in the story. And Law finds out that Corazon has been shot, and it's so sweet because obviously he just ate the fruit, so he doesn't really know how his powers work. So he's just like going like, blood, stop, and nothing's happening. And that's why Corazon says, I told you it wasn't magic, kid. Corazon is like, hey Law, I'm pretty hurt right now. Can you do me a favor? Can you hand this message over to the Marines? This could save a town called Dressrosa. And it's so messed up like when it comes to flashbacks because you know what's going on in present time. You know that Dressrosa has been corrupted. It was not saved. So it's like, oh man, shit. Like this is just something bad is going to happen. So Law walks out and he literally gives the message to the worst fucking Marine possible. Now I think this scene just says a lot about how much Law cared about Corazon because remember, he said, I hate the Marines. And yet he's begging one of them for help in order to save Corazon. This whole thing is just incredibly traumatic for Law because throughout this chapter, you even see him like internalize and blame himself for Corazon's injuries. He's like, oh, you got hurt because of me, right? Oh no, you got hurt because of me. Don't worry, I'm going to get you help. And yet he brings Vergo in and Vergo goes on to beat the crap out of Corazon. So as a little kid, it's a very, very common tendency to blame yourself. So I can imagine just Law blaming himself for this, even though it's obviously not his fault. Now props to Corazon because his endurance, like enduring that type of a beating after being shot is just fucking, it's like, whoa. Which is why I think Corazon, knowing what Law went through and how he feels by the end of this chapter, he tries to make something good out of a horrible situation and tell him, hey Law, just remember me smiling, okay? People are saying that that smile that Corazon has at the end of the chapter is actually like the live representation of Law's Jolly Roger. So Vergo just beats the living fucking shit out of both of them. And then Doflamingo's already on the island because he got suspicious because he saw the Marines scouting the other island that they were supposed to be in. And so he arrives and he uses birdcage. The thing about Doflamingo using birdcage is if you can see that birdcage from afar, he basically just gave away his position. Granted, nobody can get in or out, but at least the Marines know, okay, something's going up in that island. We gotta go over there. I think they're gonna save Drake. Law has the Opi Opi no Mi power now, so I think what he could do in order to escape the birdcage is to use shambles on something that's outside the birdcage and just switch himself out of there. I really don't want Doflamingo to kill Corazon, but we kind of know that that's coming. I want to see how Oda handles that, because honestly, I've always really liked Doflamingo as a character. So if he ends up killing his brother in like a very gruesome manner, no, let's just say that if he ends up killing him, period, I'm going to be pissed, and I'm like, okay, now, wow, you really are an asshole now. The chapter was really good build-up. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Like the review if you did. Subscribe to my channel for more One Piece reviews. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.